Ladies and gentlemen, today I stand before you to declare one simple truth. You have already passed the test, but the journey is not over. You have endured the fire, you have walked through the storm, and you have faced the trials that were designed not to break you, but to shape you. Now, the final step stands before you. You see, purpose is not a destination, it is a process. Destiny is not given, it is revealed through obedience, discipline, and faithfulness. Many people want the crown but refuse the cross. They desire the reward but despise the refining. But you, the chosen one, have endured. You have stayed the course. You have fought when others quit. That is why you are here. That is why you have passed. But listen to me carefully. Passing does not mean pausing. The greatest mistake you can make after victory is to relax in complacency. Success is not a resting place. It is a launching pad. You have passed the test, but now you must stay ready. Why 3 a.m.? Because champions prepare when the world sleeps. The chosen rise when others rest. The final step is not about skill. It's about consistency. It's about the discipline to keep showing up, to keep pressing forward, to keep believing, even when nothing seems to be happening. It is in the unseen hours that greatness is solidified. Do not be like the 5 foolish ones who waited for the last moment to prepare their oil, only to realize that the door had already been shut. The opportunity you seek will not wait for your convenience. Stay ready. Your moment is coming, but if you are not prepared, it will pass you by. This is not the time to retreat. This is not the time to doubt. This is the time to stand firm, to walk boldly, to declare with confidence, I am chosen. I am ready. I will step into my destiny. The final step is here. It is waiting. The only question is, are you ready? Stay disciplined, stay focused, stay in position. Because when the time comes, it will not wait for you to get ready. It will only open for those who already are. Stay ready at 3 a.m. Your final step is at hand. You have already passed the test, but the journey continues. Many people misunderstand success, thinking that once they overcome a challenge, they can sit back and relax, but that is not how purpose works. Life is a continuous unfolding of assignments, and each victory simply prepares you for the next level. You are not here by accident. Every struggle, every late night, every moment of sacrifice has brought you to this point. You did not just stumble into this position. You have been tested, refined, and proven. But passing the test does not mean the journey is over. In fact, it means the journey is just beginning. One of the greatest dangers of success is the illusion that you have arrived. The truth is, success is never a final destination. It is only a checkpoint on the road to greater purpose. Many people stop too soon. They conquer one battle and assume their work is done. But life does not reward those who settle. It rewards those who continue to push forward, who refuse to become comfortable, who understand that the moment you stop growing is the moment you start declining. Look at an athlete who wins a championship. The world celebrates them. The crowd cheers. The trophy is lifted. But do you know what happens next? The next morning they have a choice. Either bask in yesterday's victory or start preparing for the next season. Those who cling to the past, no matter how glorious, often fade into irrelevance. But those who understand that every victory is just another beginning rise to greater heights. This is the mindset of the chosen. They do not rest on yesterday's success. They use it as fuel for tomorrow's greatness. You have passed the test, but do not be deceived into thinking that the test was the end. No, it was only a qualification for the next level. Life operates in seasons, and just as one season ends, another begins. Think about a student in school. They study, they prepare, they take the final exam. When they pass, they celebrate. But passing does not mean the journey is over. It means they are now qualified to enter the next grade, where new lessons, new challenges, and new expectations await. What was once difficult now becomes foundational, and what once seemed impossible now becomes necessary for the next phase of growth. It is the same in your life. The struggles you faced, the obstacles you overcame, the battles you fought, they were all necessary to position you for this moment. But this moment is not where you stop. If anything, this moment should awaken you to the reality that there is more ahead. The mountain you climbed is only the base of the next peak. The skills you developed are not just for survival, they are for expansion. You must keep moving, keep stretching, keep growing, because stagnation is the enemy of destiny. Consider the story of a farmer. He works hard, preparing the soil, planting the seeds, watering the ground. Months go by, and finally the harvest comes. He gathers the crops, celebrates the abundance, and enjoys the fruits of his labor. But does he stop there? No. A true farmer understands that after the harvest, the land must be prepared for the next season. The process begins again, tilling, planting, watering, because without continuous effort, there will be no future harvest. Life is the same way. The moment you stop sowing is the moment your future begins to wither. There are many people who once burned with passion, who once walked with discipline, who once pushed themselves beyond their limits, but now they have settled. They have become comfortable. They have allowed yesterday's success to make them complacent today, and as a result, they are stuck. They wonder why opportunities are drying up, why doors are closing, why the fire they once had seems to have gone out. It is because they have forgotten a simple truth. Success is not maintained by what you did yesterday, but by what you are willing to do today. Do not let that be your story. You have already passed the test, but that does not mean you can afford to slow down. In fact, now is the time to press forward like never before, because the higher you go, the greater the demand. The next level requires more of you, not less. The strength you developed in the last season was for this season, but this season will require even more. The lessons you learned before were for yesterday's challenges, but today's challenges will require a fresh level of wisdom, faith, and perseverance. This is why many people fail, not because they are incapable, not because they are unqualified, but because they assume that passing one test means they are finished. They stop preparing, they stop learning, they stop stretching themselves. And when the next challenge comes, they are caught off guard, unprepared, and unable to handle what was meant to be their next promotion. The truth is, every test you pass is just another step toward your ultimate purpose. The tests do not stop. The process does not end. The journey continues. You must adopt the mindset of those who finish strong. Because it is not enough to start well. What matters is how you finish. Many people begin with passion but lose their fire along the way. They start with vision but abandon it when obstacles arise. They push through one challenge but quit when the next one appears. But you must be different. You must understand that the same perseverance that got you here is the same perseverance that will take you further. Your vision is too great to be abandoned halfway. Your purpose is too important to be left incomplete. You have already proven that you can endure, that you can overcome, that you can push through adversity. But the journey is not over. It is just beginning. The question is, will you keep going? Will you continue to stretch yourself? Will you remain disciplined even when the reward is not immediate? Will you stay hungry for growth, for wisdom, for purpose? Because that is what separates those who rise from those who fade. You are chosen for something greater than what you have already achieved. You are destined for more than what you have already accomplished. The fact that you passed the test is proof that you have what it takes to go further. Now is not the time to relax. Now is not the time to slow down. Now is the time to keep moving, to keep building, to keep pressing toward the next level. Success is not an accident. It does not come by chance, nor does it favor those who simply wish for it. Success follows preparation, and preparation is a continuous process. Many people believe that once they achieve something, they have earned the right to rest. They think that because they have worked hard in the past, they no longer need to push forward. But the truth is, the moment you stop preparing, you start losing. The moment you decide to relax in your success, you set yourself up for failure. Throughout history, those who maintained their readiness were the ones who remained successful. It is not the most talented who rise to the top, nor the most skilled. It is those who stay prepared. Because opportunities do not wait for those who are getting ready. They come to those who are already in position. A soldier does not prepare for battle when the enemy is at the gate. A sprinter does not start training on the day of the race. The time to get ready is before the opportunity arrives, because when the moment comes, there will be no time to prepare. Many people miss their moment not because they were unqualified, but because they were unprepared. They prayed for an opportunity but did not prepare for it. They desired greatness but did not train for it. They wished for doors to open but did not develop the discipline needed to walk through them. And when the door finally opened, they were not ready to step in. They lost what was meant for them because they assumed success would wait. But success does not wait. It rewards those who remain ready. There are people who once burned with passion, who once pursued their vision with energy and focus, but somewhere along the way they became comfortable. They saw a little success, and instead of continuing to grow, they slowed down. Instead of sharpening their skills, they celebrated their past victories. They forgot that what got them there would not be enough to keep them there, and slowly they began to decline. They lost the edge they once had, not because they were incapable, but because they assumed they had arrived. Nothing destroys success faster than the belief that you no longer need to prepare. The moment you think you have made it, you begin to lose it. Growth is a never-ending process, and those who sustain success are those who remain hungry for more. They do not relax when they achieve something. They ask, "What's next?" They do not pause in their discipline. They continue to train as if they have everything to prove, because they understand that complacency is the enemy of progress. Look at the greatest athletes, the most successful leaders, the most influential people in the world. They do not wait for challenges to arise before they prepare. They are always ahead, always sharpening their skills, always learning, always improving. They train when no one is watching. They work in the unseen hours. They push themselves when they do not feel like it, because they know that the moment they stop preparing, someone else is getting ready to take their place. Life does not slow down for those who are unprepared. It moves forward with or without you. The opportunities you dream of will not wait for you to feel ready. The doors you hope to walk through will not pause until you decide to move. You must be ready before the moment comes, or the moment will pass you by. Success does not require perfection, but it does require readiness. It does not demand that you have all the answers, but it does demand that you remain disciplined, focused, and prepared for what is ahead. Consider a farmer. If he plants his seeds but does not prepare for the harvest, what will happen? The crops will come, but he will have no tools to gather them. He will have no space to store them. He will lose what he worked for simply because he was not ready to receive it. It is the same in life. Many people work hard for something, but when it arrives, they are unprepared to handle it. They get the promotion but are not equipped to lead. They get the business opportunity but lack the discipline to sustain it. They enter a new season of success but still operate with an old mindset, and because they were not ready, they lose what was meant for them. Success is not given to those who wait. It is given to those who stay ready. The student who studies even when there is no exam is the one who excels. The entrepreneur who sharpens their skills even when business is slow is the one who thrives. The leader who prepares for challenges before they arise is the one who lasts. Those who succeed understand that readiness is not something you do once, it is a way of life. Many people think they can relax once they reach a certain level. They assume that because they have worked hard in the past, they no longer need to push themselves. But success is not a one-time event, it is a lifelong commitment. The moment you stop growing, you start declining. The moment you stop preparing, you start falling behind. Because life does not stand still. It moves forward, and only those who keep moving with it will continue to rise. Readiness is what separates those who endure from those who fade. Anyone can experience success once, but only those who remain ready will sustain it. It is not enough to win, you must continue to train. It is not enough to achieve, you must continue to learn. It is not enough to be chosen, you must continue to prove yourself worthy of the calling. Every level of success requires a greater level of discipline. What got you here will not be enough to take you further. The habits, the mindset, the discipline that brought you to this place must be strengthened for the next phase. If you relax now, you will not be prepared for what is coming. If you assume that past victories will carry you forward, you will be caught off guard when new challenges arise. The only way to sustain success is to stay ready. There is a reason why the wise stay prepared. They know that life is unpredictable. They know that opportunities come without warning. They know that challenges appear when least expected, and so they do not wait for the perfect moment. They make every moment count. They do not wait until they need to be strong. They train themselves to be strong before the test comes. They do not wait until they are called upon. They stay ready so that when the call comes, they can step up without hesitation. Those who are prepared do not fear opportunities because they know they are ready for them. They do not shrink in the face of new challenges because they have trained for them. They do not lose what they have worked for because they have built the discipline to sustain it. Success is not about getting lucky. It is about being positioned. It is about being equipped. It is about making the choice every single day to stay ready, even when it feels like nothing is happening. Because when the moment comes, and it will not wait for you to prepare. It will not give you time to get ready. It will only open for those who are already prepared to walk through it. The greatest achievements in life are not built in the public eye. They are formed in the hidden places, in the quiet hours when no one is watching. Preparation is not about being seen. It is about being ready. The world celebrates results, but it rarely acknowledges the process that leads to them. People admire the finished product, but they overlook the years of discipline, sacrifice, and unseen effort that made it possible. Success is not something that happens suddenly. It is the outcome of consistent preparation in the unseen hours. When people see someone excelling, they assume it must be natural talent, luck, or a special gift. But what they do not see is the late nights of study, the early mornings of practice, the countless failures that came before the success. They do not see the sacrifices made, the moments of doubt that were overcome, or the quiet decisions to keep going when quitting seemed easier. What is displayed on the outside is always a reflection of what was cultivated in secret. A seed planted in the ground does not immediately produce fruit. It spends weeks, months, or even years beneath the soil, developing strong roots before it ever breaks the surface. No one sees the roots growing, but they are the most important part of the process. Without deep roots, the plant will not survive when the wind blows. It will not stand strong when storms come. The unseen preparation is what determines whether or not the tree will bear fruit. It is the same in life. Those who invest in their unseen hours develop a foundation that allows them to stand strong when the pressure comes. Many people want the rewards of success, but few are willing to commit to the preparation it requires. They desire recognition, but they do not want to put in the effort when no one is clapping for them. They want to be great, but they do not want to embrace the process of becoming great. True success does not happen in the spotlight. It is built in the moments when no one is looking. It is shaped in the early mornings before the world wakes up, in the late nights when distractions are gone, in the quiet hours of discipline and consistency. The unseen hours are the testing ground of character. It is easy to perform when others are watching, but what matters is who you are when no one is around. Do you remain disciplined when there is no applause? Do you push yourself when there is no immediate reward? Do you train, study, and refine your skills when no one is checking your progress? That is what separates those who are truly prepared from those who only perform for attention. Consider an athlete who wins a gold medal. When they stand on the podium, the world sees a champion. But what they do not see are the years of training that led to that moment. They do not see the sacrifices, the injuries, the exhaustion, the times the athlete had to wake up before dawn to train while others slept. The race was won long before it began. Victory was determined in the unseen hours. The competition was only the stage where the preparation was revealed. This is why so many people struggle when they reach success. If they have not built a foundation through unseen preparation, they will not be able to sustain what they have achieved. Opportunities come to those who are ready, but they can be lost just as quickly if the person has not been prepared to handle them. Talent may open doors, but only discipline and preparation will keep those doors open. Those who neglect their unseen hours will eventually be exposed when challenges arise. Many people wait for the right moment to prepare, but the right moment never comes. They wait for motivation, for inspiration, for a sign that it's time to start. But those who succeed understand that preparation is not based on feelings. It is a commitment. They train even when they do not feel like it. They study even when they are tired. They push forward even when progress seems slow. Because they know that when the opportunity comes, they will not have time to get ready. They must already be ready. Look at a musician who performs on a grand stage. The audience sees a flawless performance, but they do not see the thousands of hours of practice that went into perfecting each note. The artist has played the same song over and over again in solitude, refining their craft long before anyone ever hears them. They have made mistakes, corrected them, and improved until the performance seems effortless. But the ease of their performance is only possible because of the unseen preparation that came before it. The same principle applies to every area of life. A great leader is not made in a moment. They are shaped through years of learning, failing, and growing in silence. A successful business is not built overnight. It is developed through persistence, strategy, and unseen labor. A strong relationship is not the result of one grand gesture. It is the product of consistent investment in the unseen moments of life. Everything that appears great in the public eye was first formed in the unseen hours. There will be times when preparation feels lonely. It will feel like no one notices your effort, like no one appreciates the work you are putting in. But that is the nature of true preparation. It is done for the purpose, not for the applause. The reward comes later, but only for those who remain faithful in the process. Many people give up too soon because they expect immediate results. They train for a short time and see no change, so they quit. They invest in their skills but see no opportunity, so they stop. But the breakthrough always comes to those who persist. Success is never a single moment. It is the result of accumulated preparation. It is the product of years of quiet work, unseen discipline, and unnoticed sacrifices. Those who are truly successful understand that what happens in private determines what is revealed in public. They do not wait for the spotlight to start working. They prepare long before the opportunity ever arrives. There are no shortcuts to greatness. There is no substitute for preparation. Those who refuse to prepare will always be at the mercy of those who do. The world belongs to those who stay ready. And readiness is built in the unseen hours. The final step is never given to just anyone. It is not for the unprepared, the unfocused, or the distracted. It is reserved for those who have remained steadfast, those who have endured, and those who have positioned themselves for the moment when everything aligns. Many people start a journey with excitement and enthusiasm, but along the way they lose their focus. They get tired, discouraged, or distracted by things that do not matter. But those who stay positioned, those who remain in the place of readiness, are the ones who receive the final step. Success is not about talent alone. It is not about potential alone. It is about positioning. It is about being in the right place with the right mindset at the right time. Life is filled with moments of opportunity, but only those who are ready can step into them. Many people miss their moment not because they were not called, but because they were not in position. They allowed distractions to pull them away. They lost their discipline when things became difficult. They became inconsistent in their efforts. And when the final step was before them, they were nowhere to be found. Positioning is about consistency. It is about staying faithful in the process, even when it feels like nothing is happening. Many people give up too soon. They expect instant results, and when they do not see them, they walk away. They lose patience, they lose focus, and they remove themselves from the place where their breakthrough was meant to happen. But those who stay positioned understand that the process is just as important as the promise. They know that preparation is not wasted, and every step taken in discipline brings them closer to the final step. There are countless stories of people who were close to success but gave up just before their breakthrough. They endured for years, but in a moment of doubt, they walked away. They were just one decision, one opportunity, one step away from everything they had been working toward. But because they were not positioned when the opportunity came, they missed what was meant for them. On the other hand, there are those who stayed, even when it was hard. They kept showing up, kept putting in the work, kept believing, even when they saw no evidence of progress. And when the final step was revealed, they were ready. Positioning is also about discipline. It is not enough to want something, you must be prepared to receive it. Many people pray for opportunities but do not prepare for them. They hope for success but do not develop the habits to sustain it. They desire greatness but do not position themselves in a way that allows them to handle it. The final step is not for those who are merely interested. It is for those who are committed. It is for those who have disciplined themselves, trained themselves, and positioned themselves so that when the moment comes, they can step into it without hesitation. There are people who have the potential to do great things but have not positioned themselves to do so. They have gifts and talents but lack discipline. They have dreams but lack the consistency to bring them to life. They are always waiting for the perfect moment instead of preparing for the moment that will come, and because they are out of position, the final step passes them by. Those who stay positioned understand that success is not about waiting. It is about staying ready. They do not wait until the opportunity presents itself. They remain in position so that when the door opens, they can walk through it immediately. Life is full of distractions, and one of the greatest challenges of positioning is learning to ignore them. There will always be things that try to pull you away from your path. There will be voices that tell you to quit, people who doubt you, circumstances that make you question whether it is worth it. But those who succeed are those who refuse to be moved. They stay positioned, even when it seems like nothing is happening. They hold their ground even when it feels like they have been overlooked, because they know that their moment is coming, and when it does, they will be ready. Staying positioned requires endurance. It is easy to start something, but it is much harder to finish. Many people begin with passion, but when the journey takes longer than expected, they give up. They thought success would come quickly, and when it did not, they lost faith. But those who remain positioned are those who refuse to give up, no matter how long it takes. They understand that true success is not about speed. It is about endurance. They know that the final step is only given to those who have proven they are willing to last. There is a reason why so many people fall short of reaching their full potential. It is not because they are not good enough. It is not because they are not capable. It is because they did not stay in position. They allowed distractions, delays, and disappointments to move them away from where they were meant to be. But those who remain steady, those who continue to prepare, those who keep themselves positioned even when there are no signs of progress, those are the ones who reach the final step. Every great achievement comes with a test of patience. There will be times when it feels like nothing is working. There will be moments when you question whether all your effort is worth it. But those who succeed are those who do not allow discouragement to remove them from position. They understand that just because they do not see results immediately does not mean their preparation is in vain. They trust the process. They trust that their positioning is not wasted. And because of that, when the final step arrives, they are ready. The final step is for those who refuse to settle. Many people become content with partial success. They reach a certain level and stop pushing forward. They allow comfort to replace their hunger for more. But those who stay positioned understand that there is always more to achieve. They do not stop at the halfway mark. They do not become complacent when they see small victories. They continue to grow, continue to learn, continue to develop themselves, because they know that the final step is not for those who settle. It is for those who continue to reach higher. There are opportunities in life that will only come once. If you are not positioned when they arrive, you may never see them again. This is why staying ready is so important. You cannot afford to prepare when the opportunity comes. You must already be prepared. The final step is not for those who are trying to get ready at the last minute. It is for those who have stayed ready, those who have remained faithful in the process, those who have kept themselves positioned so that when the moment arrives, they can step into it without hesitation. Many people think that success is about talent, luck, or being in the right place at the right time. But the truth is, success is about positioning. It is about staying faithful when no one is watching. It is about continuing to prepare even when there is no immediate reward. It is about staying in place when everything in you wants to quit, because when the final step comes, it will not wait. It will not pause for those who are still trying to figure things out. It will only be given to those who are already in position, ready to take the step that will change everything.